I've been asked to do a live webinar just to talk about my sobriety and really just to talk about my journey and gaining back everything in my life, I must say. It's been a fun-filled journey. I've met absolutely fabulous people, different people. I call them the sober tribe, and it's Hi Janet. It's been a fabulous journey for me, I've got to say. Really, what made me decide, being a mum of two and not really enjoying the children really how I should be, being in my eyes, a normal mum, like everyone else, having a glass of wine, even at play dates, parties, any excuse that we could have a drink, I would. I enjoyed it. I was the party girl. But it did get to the point where I couldn't trust myself going out to parties because I would just get annihilated, really. So decisions had to be made. I've got to say we've had lots of ups and downs, and more ups, I've got to say, and it's been life-changing, absolutely life-changing for me. I don't know if anyone watching has seen my article in The Sun I done in January. I was asked by Club Soda, and that was really life-changing. I am a firm believer in holding yourself accountable, being honest with yourself and being honest with everyone around you. If you can't be honest with your closest friends and family, how can you be expected to become sober? I find it very hard. This is only from my point of view. If people don't realise the problems that you've got and you're going out and socialising, they will keep on asking you to have a drink, and so this is why you've got to be honest. Hi Cheryl. You're doing really well, by the way. I'm so proud of you. Well done. Yep, hi Laura. The decision I made, really, the turning point was for me, was I'd given up drink for a couple of years during my pregnancy with my little boy. And I really thought that I'd made it, being alcohol free. I think I got a little bit complacent, and I hit 40 and I decided that I was going to try and moderate again after 2 years. And after Herbie was born, about 5 months later, I got invited to a 50th birthday party. Kids were welcome. Obviously I didn't take Herbie, but I took my 10-year-old at the time. And I don't really remember past 10 o'clock. I just got my party shoes on. I was with all my friends having the best time. And I can honestly say the next morning I couldn't remember past 10 o'clock. And my 10-year-old had to tell me about the night, how I was. She was very nervous and excited, and but I could tell she was just horrified. And I think that was the night before my wedding anniversary too. So I woke up on the 23rd of October 2016, and I was just feeling terrible, anxious, frightened, and absolutely disgusted with myself. And I had to make the decision, and I made the decision that morning never to drink again. And I promised my husband and my daughter, and that is really that was the pinnacle. That was the decision for me. Promising my daughter that I will never drink again was just the life-changing day for me. And that was the morning of the 23rd of October. So I'm coming up for my 2 years on the 23rd of October. And I am really proud of myself, and I've had a lot of help from brilliant people. Hi Dawn, one of my friends, and yeah, you've helped me a hell of a lot. I hope I've helped you too. And I wouldn't have done it really without club soda either, because I've got someone to tune in every day who's on the same journey or beginning their journey, and I'm hoping to help everyone I meet. The article for me was the turning point. I let it out. I told everyone the truth. Even my father, my family probably didn't realise the truth. And I had messages from complete strangers from all over the country, just telling me how amazing I was, and they're doing the same thing as me. They didn't realise that they were living the same life, living a lie, just wasting your life away. Trying to blend in with everyone else, keeping up with the Joneses. So the article and the party was my pinnacle when I made the decision. Thank you. And the article, I'd been sober for I think about 14 months, I think, and it was out. I was completely out. I was walking down my local road and people were coming up to me and giving me hugs and messaging me, and it was just I just felt so proud of myself. Keeping yourself, as Dawn would always say, accountable, being honest, being open. Don't lie about it. It's not embarrassing. Everyone's doing the same thing, but we've just got different mechanisms and different boundaries that we have. And I know mine is I cannot have one drink. What is the point? I didn't enjoy the taste of alcohol, never have. So I just drank to get drunk all the time. And that was it for me, really. Party girl. Like Laura was saying, if you want to read the article, please do. I know that I've had messages from hundreds of people out there, mums, sisters, aunties, who are doing the same thing. And do you know what? Life is better on the other side. I promise you. It is just the most amazing decision. I think you have to want to give up alcohol. I couldn't moderate. I tried so many times and I kept on failing, and then I felt bad about myself. And there's nothing wrong with failing. You keep on picking yourself up, but I didn't want to do it anymore. I was too tired. I was too tired to keep on failing, and I wanted to be a good mum and a good person. And so that is how it all changed. Bye, Dawn. Thanks for coming in. Lists. That's one of my things. I like lists. I write lists. I write positive. I write negative. Every day I write my lists, and I keep reminding myself why I'm doing it. I read lots of books. A fabulous book is Claire Pooley's Sober Diaries. That just is me. If you want to read a story of a normal mum living day-to-day lives, going to school, picking up the kids from school, chewing the mint the next day because you've had a drink the night before, and now I go to school and I'm noticing a lot of mums chewing the mint, and it just, I try to put it out there and help other people, and I have helped a few, I hope. To keep myself on a level, I just keep myself active. I'm not into alcohol-free substitutes. I am totally addicted to another thing, which is Pepsi, which is not good, but it's not as bad as the alcohol. But I do try other drinks. Hi, Kathy. Hope you're okay. I do try other drinks. I do love pimento. I've got to say, when I went to the drinking festival, mindful drinking festival last year, I found pimento, and it was just, that is my special drink. Weddings, I take it with me. I have it for Christmas. I think you've got to find your treat and reward yourself, some people say, you know, you're not animals, you don't reward yourself. Well, you know, I don't agree with that at all. I reward myself on any anniversary. The 23rd of every month is my day, and I do reward myself. I buy myself something, and I'm grateful for myself for doing it. So some people are different. But like I say, I was the ultimate party animal. I could never trust myself going to any family get-togethers, even when I was drinking. And if I did go to a family get-together where my mum was present and close family, I would choose not to drink anyway because I didn't want to embarrass anyone. So I knew that alcohol wasn't to give me confidence at all. It was just because I liked being drunk. So I knew I could do this. I knew I could live my life sober. Everything is better, cleaner, fresher. I'm more awake, working more headstrong. I'm making more decisions, and I'm doing a lot for myself. Mindful CBT courses, that's helped me through because I do get anxiety, and I think most people do nowadays. But yeah, so self-help, drink, you know, try to read the books, try to get involved with the groups, and just go on your own journey. Please go on your own journey. Stick to your guns. Make that decision, and you will just be a better person and have a better life. I've had a lot of support, so I've been very lucky. My husband, yeah, he can moderate, which, you know, I used to be jealous of moderators, or adult drinkers is what I used to call them. But I'm not anymore. I've got to the point where, you know, I don't want it in my system at all, even if it was just one. But, you know, you do need to tell people, your nearest and dearest, because you will get the support. If you're keeping it a lie and keeping it buried, people don't realise, and you're not going to get the support there. So, yeah, so I've had the support. My husband doesn't drink hardly ever. I think his last drink was a couple of beers at Christmas, and we both enjoyed drinking together. That was one of our things. We don't go out. We just used to sit in and have a bottle of wine with our dinner most nights, and it just had to stop. So has anyone got any questions they would like to ask? If I can help you. If not, I'll carry on. I am one for lists. Like I say, I have said that before. I do write my negatives and my positives down. I think that you need to see it in front of you to help you. And I keep my notebook with me all the time. I just think that if you're writing stuff down, you know, I've wrote most things down. I've gone through being accountable because that is very important. I'm just trying to think of anything I've gone through. Yeah, the pointers are saving money, more money to spend on yourself and your family. I think I've got to the point now where I'm coming up to my 2-year soberversary, that I am a lot more comfortable. I don't actually drive past the beer gardens and feel sad anymore. I feel euphoric. I feel totally in control. You still have ups and downs. That's never going to change. And you shouldn't feel bad about having bad days. When you're drinking or not drinking, there's good and bad days. Please remember that. You know, we are all normal people, and you can't be happy 24/7. And when you have a bad day, don't think it's because you're sad because you're not drinking. Please don't think that. Just think you're having a bad day. Get over it. Move on. I have to be tough. I'm going to say it in a tough way because I've had to be tough with myself. This has stopped me from feeling sorry for myself. You are the only person who can make yourself happy. You can't rely on anyone else to make you happy. And, you know, it is, you know, You have got to make yourself happy. You have got to make your decisions. You have got to change your path. No one else is going to do that for you. You've got critical people. You've got people telling you what to do, and you are the one that can make that decision and, you know, go for it. I will always be here to help you if you want to get in touch with me, that is for sure. But yeah, you will find when you're headstrong, things will change for you, definitely. When you're in a better place, financially better. I've had so many things happen to me in the last 22 months that it could have been very, very easy to pick up a drink, believe me. But I found myself not wanting to, not even getting that urge anymore, because I just thought, why would I get drunk now? I need to sort things out. And it does get like that. It does get better, I promise you. Oh, hello, Michelle. What is the best thing about not drinking? In need of inspiration right now? Well, this life, breathing, not battling every day. Battle, battle, battle. This is all I used to do with myself. Shall I have a drink? Oh, shall I have a drink? Can I have one? Or maybe 2 or 3. Promising yourself you're not going to get drunk. Oh my God, I used to promise my mum when she used to babysit, she'd say, please Emma, don't get drunk, please don't ruin. And I'd say, Mum, I'm not going to. And I did, every time. And I'd be being pushed up the stairs by my husband, and my mum would be shaking her head. I would say, Michelle, the best thing is getting your life back. Being in control, being happy, but being a sober happy, being happy, and even if you're being sad, you're not blaming it on alcohol. You're not blaming it because you've been drunk the night before and you're depressed the following day with a hangover. Be clean, and but the most important thing, Michelle, is the best thing about not drinking is you're getting years back. I was starting to look really old and really haggard and bloated. I did gain weight when I first gave up alcohol, I'm not going to lie. I ate loads of sweets, sugar, and I just fed myself whatever I needed to feed myself with to stop me from drinking. So I had cakes, chocolates, sugar. I didn't think about dieting. All I wanted to do is be sober. And then once I got confident in not craving for a drink, I then started to think of the healthy options, and then I did go on to lose 4 stone, but it did take me 12 months to start dieting. So be kind to yourself, Michelle. Be kind to yourself. Hi Ray, how are you? But yeah, I think being kind to yourself and talking to other people on the same journey, that is a must. Keep in touch. You are not alone out there. Everyone is in the same boat, whether they've got problems with alcohol or they're moderate drinkers. Everyone is having the same journey. That don't tell me that normal drinkers think, shall I have a drink? Shall I not have a drink? If you're thinking about shall you, shan't you, then there is an issue. And I'm a firm believer in that. If you have to think about whether you're going to drink or if you're going to stop yourself drinking through the week and just weekends, there is a problem there. And don't let it control you. I had the battle in my head, I can tell you, and now it's stopped. The battle is gone. I don't have this argument in my head anymore. And I think once you can stop arguing with yourself, you can start living. Yeah, thanks Laura. It was, you know, I do find a lot of people are asking about gaining weight. Stop worrying about gaining weight. Okay, there's plenty of time to get yourself healthy. Think about getting yourself confident without drinking. Think about having fun, getting your life back, and then you can go and sort yourself out and start getting the weight off. And getting yourself healthy. Oh, thank you, Janet. Thank you. Got a bit of blusher on. But yeah, it's all about finding your happiness and being confident. So yeah, I do get days where I feel euphoric, and I've really got bad days. Ask my husband. You know, I can be umpy and I can be grouchy, but it's not because I'm wanting the toxic stuff. It's normal stuff, the normal day-to-day living. We all have that. We all have stresses of work, stresses of family, me pulling my hair out because the kids are screaming, but you just got to live with it. This is normal life, you know. No one said it was going to be easy being on your own, being a parent, working, career woman, but get reading lots of books. I do like reading, and that's helped me through, because I've realised that there's a hell of a lot of people that are living like I was. What things helped you, Ray? What things helped you the most? Support groups like this one, most definitely. I think the first and foremost for me was I didn't find this group until 3 months into my sobriety. So I didn't know about any of these kind of groups. I did go to AA a couple of times, wasn't for me. However, I did meet some lovely people. But with children, I needed to be at home putting them to bed and not at meetings, so I chose to find something online, and I did come across Club Soda firstly, and that was just amazing, because I totally wasn't on my own. So I would say being honest with the family first and foremost, because my mum doesn't drink. My dad was an alcoholic until he had a stroke, and then his addiction part just completely disappeared. So he's had another shot at life, really. But my mum didn't drink. We have a lot of alcoholics in our family, so I've been around alcohol, but my mum was, she hated drinking. She hated me going out and drinking, so she was always on my case. So I think going through my 20s, I was rebelling quite a lot. You know, when people tell you to stop doing stuff. I don't know about everyone else, but I was rebelling. I wouldn't let anyone tell me what to do. And so I think being honest with your family, Ray, totally honest, brutally honest, really helped me. That was to start my journey. And being honest with yourself, Ray, because if you can't be honest with yourself, then you can't go forward. Hi, Joanne. Feel like I'm in a secret club. Love it. Yeah. I know, it's lovely. This is the thing, you know, if you didn't want to open up to all your friends and family, then there are these groups, which is fabulous. So it worked for some, worked for me to be open, and you know, some people was coming out and hugging me as if I needed hugs. It was lovely, but a lot of people and my friends of family come up to me and said, "Oh, Emma, I didn't realise this was a problem." And I said, "Look, this wasn't a problem. You know, my friends are doing the same thing, but I'm the one who's owning it and stopping it." But I did secret drink. Yeah, of course I did. I hid drink from my husband, so I had more left at the end of the night, and he found it one night. You know, and I had days where I didn't drink, but it was only really the parties once or twice a year that I actually went out and got annihilated. But yeah, being in a secret club is good, and you can discuss certain things that you don't want to discuss with your friends. Hi Ray, my family drink more than me. Yeah, but agree with being honest, open up to my doctor on Friday, and hang on, I'm just going to click on to see more. Hang on. Hang on. How do I get that back? I'm going to turn you around because I've lost you. Oh, there you go. Okay, I'm going to leave that there because I don't want to disrupt. But okay, yeah. So yeah, being honest with your doctor. If you are, if you need to go to see your doctor, Ray, be honest with him. You've got so much support out there, and that is paramount. Yeah, and you will do it, Ray. You stick to this group. We've got lots of lovely, honest people in this group, and it's amazing. And you will do it. You'll smash it. Is your husband alcohol free? Joanne, yes. Well, he did. On my beginning of my journey, he didn't drink at all. He was 100% behind me. We don't have alcohol in the house. I don't stop him. I haven't told him to stop. I asked him in the beginning if it would help me, because obviously, you know, in the beginning you don't want to be sitting there watching telly, Netflix. I'm addicted to. With him holding a glass of wine, because, you know, that wouldn't be very nice of him to do that, and he decided that he wouldn't do that. So I'm really grateful for him. If it wasn't for him, I might not have been on the same path. He doesn't drink. He doesn't really go out with friends. We are together, and we do our socialising together. And I think the last time he had a drink was Christmas, couple of beers, couple of stubbies, so that's fine. Laura, where are you? I will look very odd on playback. Oh, sorry, hang on. Shall I turn it up that way? Is that better? I'll leave it like that. I can't get the... I'm really bad at stuff like this, so I'm going to leave it there. Yes, so is that better, Laura? Yes, so like I say, I have got a lot of support. I'm very lucky. I know a lot of people don't have the support from their spouses and partners, and I do feel for them, because, you know, if it wasn't for my husband not drinking, it could have been a different story, you know. So I would say, you know, tell them, be honest with them. I think they'd rather you be here for a lot longer than, you know, not. So it's really important to be honest. Can you, Laura, is that okay now? Because I'm not sure how to get it back, because I'm a bit silly with things like this. Is there any more questions? Joanne, have you got the support from your partner? No? Any more questions? Oh, good. Fabulous, fabulous. Yes, so we forget about the money that you're saving as well. I've discovered that I've gone back into amateur dramatics, so I like getting on the stage. I would never dream about getting on the stage without a drink, and so I've been reborn again, singing and dancing sober. That's been an eye-opener. And I've dedicated a lot of time helping other people. So, you know, it does help you in your sobriety to help other people. When you've got people thanking you, you know, again, you're holding yourself accountable. You can't go out and start drinking when you've got people that are looking for you for support. So I really am a firm believer in just being honest with yourself. Joanne, did you say your husband's alcohol free, or trying to, or moderating? Oh, and another thing, I've had my first holiday abroad for 2 weeks in July, sober. Oh, that was just the bestest. I've been going to the same place for 20 years, and I used to think to myself, how can I ever go there and stay sober? You know, there's not a lot to do apart from go to the bar or sit round the pool with the kids. And I can honestly say it was the best holiday ever. I just didn't have, you know, when you go on holiday and you get that bloated feeling and you pile on all the weight. Well, it didn't happen this time, so that was also really good. I didn't feel bloated every day. I got up early with the kids. I took in more of the scenery, the beaches. I didn't go walking too much, but it was life-changing. So I think we all make excuses. Another thing is, and I'm sure a lot of you do this, we make excuses. We always make excuses. Oh, it's a birthday. Oh, it's a wedding coming up. Oh, it's a holiday. It's a weekend away. Oh, it's Christmas. Oh, it's my birthday. Stop. Stop making the excuses, okay? Because you can have just as good time. In fact, better, much, much better, because you remember memories. And that's really important. You can actually get up the next day and think, that was a good night. It was a fabulous night. And not cringe and not look at your phone and not look at pictures and not wait for that phone call. I used to sit there in bed waiting for that phone call from my mum or my best friend, telling me what I'd done. And it just was the worst feeling in the world. So that's one thing that does keep me soldiering on, and that is, I don't want that feeling. I do not want that feeling of dread anymore, or scared. I don't want to be scared at 43, thank you very much. I want to be happy and have a clear conscience. So I hope it's, the advice has been good or bad, however you want to take it. But yeah, and most definitely, this is really important, the ageing process. I found that I was ageing. I looked awful. My skin was terrible. My hair was thinning. I mean, why would you do that to yourself? Why would you make yourself look terrible? In this day and age, that was really important to me. And I found myself, I'd looked 10 years older. My skin, everything about my looks was just draining. And I had to change that. And you start to glow again, and you start to thicken your hair again, and the skin starts getting a bit more elasticated instead of saggy and dull. So that was a big change for me as well, enjoying getting the years back, and just having a lot more respect from people and praise from people, and my family have been absolutely amazing. And so it's all positive. Is there any more questions out there? Laura, any more questions from you? No? Just keep on soldiering on. Be positive. Really, I had to really look into why we all rely on this substance. Why should we all rely on a drink? It's frightening when you actually really, I used to think, I can't go there tonight because I'd have to drive or get a cab. That's going to cost more money. Everything was planned around drinking. I would never get behind a wheel of a car intoxicated. So in the end, I would never go out past 6 o'clock in the evening. I mean, how crazy is that? So I love getting in my car and going out and driving. And I feel so in control going out to meet friends in the pub, not having to worry about tripping over and ripping my jeans, not have to worry about someone attacking me because I was drunk. So that was another turning point. Getting in that car, going to a pub of an evening, and when you're feeling ready to do that, obviously, and socialising, and then just saying, okay, I'm going, and getting in the car and going, not having to wait for a cab, not having to find a way home. So yeah, so that was another thing for me. I just love being able to go and get in the car overnight, and going wherever I want, really. Okay, Laura. So you may get some more questions later. That's fine. Yeah, I can't actually click on that to see more. It's something's not letting me do that. Hang on. There you go. Some people will be watching this a bit behind time-wise, so you may get more questions later. That's fabulous. I didn't really mean to put that angry face. Yeah, Kirsten, a lot of people have said that. I noticed with a lot of people, when you do give up the booze, you do get a little glow back, but you also, because you're happier, and it notices. And so, you know, I have got, sometimes my eyes can be angry, but I totally feel content, not complacent, content. And that's a good thing. That's a normal thing. Thanks, Ray. I hope your journey is a good one. Honestly, stick with it. It really is the best thing you could ever do. I feel euphoric is the word. Oh, and do you know what's really good? I remember programs. There was nights where I'd watch a film with my husband, and I'd get up in the morning and, well, actually no, it'd be about a week later, and I'd say, let's put that film on, and he'd say, we've seen it, and I'd go, no we ain't, and he'd say, yeah we have, and we're both right all the time. And that was massive. I'd be, oh no, we haven't seen that, and he'd say, yes we have. So that was another thing. I'd never remember programs, never remember films, and now I'm enjoying watching films and talking about it the next day and telling people I've seen those films. I have got really addicted to Netflix. I have, as you have probably realised, that I have got an addictive nature, but I love TV. And I love Netflix, so I just watch Netflix with my husband every night. But it's great, yeah, because you remember what you watched. Yes, so honestly, how are you doing, Kirsten, on your journey? Yeah, the looks, yeah, it is an eye-opener. You know, when you want to look good, it's not worth it drinking. Oh my goodness, no, that's the worst thing to do. It just drains you of any moisture in your body, in your face. Yeah, so it is definitely very helpful. Give up the booze. Give it up. Any more questions out there? Oh, you look like you're feeling content. Kirsten, you look like you're feeling content. This is such an incredible example of what can happen. I'm going to try and see more of this comment, Kirsten. If I do give you an angry face, I do apologise, because my fingers just don't work in this. Okay, let's have a look. I've done the same regarding movies. I don't remember seeing finally. Yeah, do you know what? Oh, the amount of arguments I've had with people about watching films, and I can remember going to the cinema once with my husband and actually taking alcohol in. I mean, there's people that do that, because the last time I went to the cinema, a couple behind me was drinking wine. Oh, I've noticed that. I can't bear the smell of alcohol around me now. So yeah, I done that. I did actually have alcohol in the cinema, and I just thought, well, that is just crazy. But again, you're not the only ones that done it. I know lots of people that are still doing it, and yeah, so we're not alone. I think the most important thing when you do start sobriety or mindful drinking is just don't forget that there's thousands of people out there that are thinking the way you're thinking or starting new journeys. You're never alone in this journey, and that's a great thing. I could be sober for another 10 years. Who knows what my path will bring. All I can say is I'd love to be, and that is what I'm trying to achieve, forever sober. But there's always people on the same journey, and there's always people out there to help you, so always ask for it, most definitely. But yeah, it can happen. It really can happen. I was the biggest drinker, the biggest party girl. I think all my friends, a lot of close friends, have sort of distanced themselves. I'm not going to lie, because they wanted to look, they wanted to be the ones that looked better. So they always said, "Oh, come on, Emma, you drink. Come on, drink, 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 drink," because they drank as well. But I was always the one that got annihilated and got up on the karaoke and loads of things. And so you've always got those friends that don't want you to be sober and don't want you to be looking glam all night and don't want you to be standing there respectful. They want you to show yourself up so they look good. And I'm still in touch with these friends. I just don't really go out and socialise with them anymore. But the friends that I've gained outweighs that, millions. So that is a sad part of the journey, that you do lose some old friends, but you gain thousands, believe me. Lovely, honest people as well. So that's a hard part, is you get left out quite a bit, but don't sit on the bench. Just get up and do other things, and it winds people up. And because you can get in your car and you can drive off and leave them sitting in the pub, and they'll still be there 3-4 hours later waiting for a cab. I've not become my friend's cabbie either. I refuse. I just drive off early, because that's another thing. The sober one has to drive everywhere. Well, no, they don't. They drive themselves everywhere. Take my advice. Don't become a cabbie. But yeah, so I've gone through... I'm not really one for alcohol-free substitutes, but that's only, like I say, because I didn't really like the taste of beer and wine anyway. I've gone on to Pepsi Cherry Max, totally addicted to that. That's my little treat. But if it works for you, then most definitely. I think if I do go to a pub, sometimes I'll get a Beck's Blue or something like that, but I don't really enjoy it. I like pimento, like I said. That's a fabulous drink, and that's got a nice chilli kick to it, so it's a bit different as well. But yeah, so that's how it's going at the moment. More energy to do more things with the kids, most definitely. I'm trying to think of other things. Just doing things for yourself, really. Best advice, drive yourself, not the drunks. They can cab it totally. I mean, that's the worst part of the evening, isn't it? Why are you going to remain sober all night, listen to their junk, and then have to drop them all off one by one at their addresses? No, doesn't happen. I always leave before them and say, "Oh, I've had a call from the kids, I've got to go. So no, nobody's donkey. I never have. I'm just trying to think if I've gone through things that I sort of prepped earlier. I think I just like going out for meals and daytime, not just daytime, but I just like going out and socialising and having nice conversations, eating well, socialising that way. I think, you know, like I say, I used to go through past the beer gardens and thinking, oh, I wish I could drink moderately, but I don't get that that drink anymore. I don't get that urge anymore. I do. Someone told me I was a bit too smug a few weeks ago, because I said that I drove past the beer garden and I smiled to myself looking at everyone drunk, and I thought that was quite mean actually, because this person doesn't know me and I'm not a nasty person. What I meant was is I drove past, and I was content and I smiled to myself because I knew they're going to feel like crap in the morning. And she told me off for being smug. And I said I'd earned my smugness. So just be yourself. Speak how you want to speak. Don't let anyone dictate to you how to behave. If you want to be smug, be smug. You know, if you have a slip up and start drinking, it's your problem. Own it. And that's how I feel. So I thought I deserved to be a little bit smug, but not out smug, just inside smug. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up there, but it's been a journey and I'm really pleased I had the opportunity to do it. Thanks, Laura, and hope I've helped anyone, and feel free to, you know, keep in touch, and it's been really good. Thanks, Laura. Yes, and I'm still smiling. But yes, so I'm going to end it now, and you all be safe and stick to your journeys. It's your path. Yeah, Ray, put my sobriety first. It's your life, it's your journey, and that's it. So you make the decisions, and good luck on that. You'll be fine. And it's been lovely to speak to everyone. Thank you for having me, Club Soda. I'm going to end it now.